Greetings from the Erie Coast. This is Mad Shad. Haha. I'm back, bitches. Yeah, it's an interesting day here in Northeast Ohio. We had a tornado. I was going to say hurricane. We had a hurricane blow through. I was at work yesterday, and about 4:30 is when the tornado swept through Cleveland, right just skirting where I work at in the downtown area, blasted everything, trees down, telephone poles, lines, intersection lights off, just total, how does Trent from Vision Preparedness, mayhemicness, wind was blowing at 80, 100 miles an hour, but it only lasted, when I was in Cleveland, it only lasted like that. Boom, done. And a little bit of rain, some wind and rain and stuff like that. But then, then I got on it's what is it, a 77? Yeah, 77, coming out of Cleveland, heading to 480. And literally it was bumper to bumper traffic for miles, on 77. And if you know anything about 77 area, that's usually people are doing about 100 miles an hour on that road, and to do basically bumper to bumper traffic, no movement, very strange. So finally, when I got to what is it, Newburgh Heights, I think it is, I noticed what was going on. Oh shit, there was a tree, literally. I think it's a 4-lane, 5-lane highway. Boom, tree fell down. And I sit there and watched this big truck literally just boom, 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 just push his way through the top, very top of the trees, but they were still running over the trees. When I got there to the tree, finally, there was a car already sitting there, a truck. Shout out to Eric. This old man must have been in his 70s. He was just out there, literally just going crunch, crunch, breaking tree limbs with his bare hands, trying to open up lanes. There was barely one lane open, and it was the far left lane, and the road was starting to give at a culvert there, at a drain. It was starting to give in, so every time the car would go over it, the hole got bigger and bigger and bigger. So that was interesting. And it was just standstill there. So I showed up, of course, and of course I have a cold steel kukri machete, right? I whipped that thing out and I just start getting to work. And shout out to Eric. Me and Eric, he was grabbing branches and pulling them down as I was hacking them, and we finally cleared out most of the trees to almost a good portion of 2 lanes, and then well, we were working feverishly, of course, and so once we did that, another guy showed up named Ishmael. So shout out to Ishmael. He shows up with power tools, and some axes, and he had the same kukri. I was like, hey, I got the same kukri. He's like, yeah. So shout out to Eric and Ishmael. Eric was there first. We worked ourselves to near exhaustion, chopping all that up. And I'm saying this too because I'm probably viral. Because everybody was driving by and had their cell phones out the window. When I get to work, it can be shocking. Let's just say that there's no chill in my game, none. When it's time to go to work, it's time to get to work, and so I can imagine that can be hindsight being 2020. I can imagine that's kind of like, what the fuck. Whoa, look at this guy go, with a machete, a kukri. And so shout out to Ishmael. He was second shift. He showed up with power tools, and I think he had like a very large hedger, one of those power hedgers. I don't know, big enough to cut big limbs. But we had already cut most of the top. We had topped the tree, but when we left, it was still down to one lane on 77, and got home, and literally the tornado just went right through where I lived and kept going. I mean, trees were down, power lines are down, most intersection lights are out, just total mayhemicness, debris everywhere. I'm in a brownout. I don't have all the way power. We might have power today, I'm not sure. It's hard to say. So I'm on my way home now, so we're gonna see when I get home. Just had jury duty. They sent us home. So anyway, that's my day. That was my day yesterday, and yes, I'm back out of YouTube jail. I have limited capabilities. I don't know if I can do a live stream yet. I can't share posts. I used to share a lot of posts in my community page, a lot of posts. So I can't do that. I can't do a lot of things, and of course I've been shadow banned and throttled, and they told me all this in a email. And it's interesting. They said something in the email about, well, you could post and get all your perks back if you do a ID verification and build up your channel history. What is channel history, you say? No, good channel history following community guidelines. So reading this, I was like, I have to build a good rapport. I have to be a good boy, is what they're trying to fucking say. Is I have to be a good boy, and they want a picture of my ID. I'm not monetized, nor do I want to be. I really don't wish to be, especially on this platform, because they really put a bad taste in my mouth. So yeah, I am going to be working on. I've already got a toehold in Odysee and Rumble. So check out in Odysee, I'm known as Mad Shad. On Rumble, I'm known as Shad Mad. So look for me there. It's not really user friendly with a cell phone. And it just takes time for me to start building that thing, trying to figure out what works, what doesn't, whatever. For me, a lot of things don't work. I have such a magnetic personality. Electronics around me just kind of have a tendency to go, what, so I don't know. But anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about those who did not have a good day. That's right. Those Americans that are trapped in Afghanistan, left there by Trader Joe's, militia / incompetent regime. And least we forget that 13 servicemen and women died at Abagate, Kabul, Afghanistan, along with 200 other poor souls here, plus people lost arms and legs and limbs, things that don't grow back, a lot of them service members as well. Every day, never forget, and never forget whose fault this is. Deploy knife hands. But there was hope. Folks getting them out. Task Force Argo, Task Force Pineapple, Project Exodus, Project Dynamo Christian Coalition, Mighty Oak Foundation, just to name a few. Yeah. And least we forget that 700, 800 plus individuals are still incarcerated over the J6 debacle. Held there as political prisoners without sentencing, without bail, torturous solitary confinement conditions. Someone lost an eye. There have been suicides. Every day, never forget, and never forget whose fault it is. And yes, definitely deploy more knife hands. But there's hope. Thousands of people, family, friends, loved ones, even charitable organizations, law firms doing pro bono work, even some senators, congressmen, representatives, judges, former president, soon-to-be president, and the Supreme Court getting in the fray. Even though the Supreme Court has stated that the charge of obstruction of official duties is unconstitutional to charge these people with and to incarcerate them with, the DOJ has went back everybody that just got an obstruction charge and tacked on more. Gathered evidence. Right, they gathering evidence. Look, we found new evidence. Look, more evidence. Here's more evidence that we found that you are guilty. So they are making, I don't know the percentage. I want to say it's like 70 to 80 to 90% are sticking, are still incarcerated, still no hope of getting out. There's 1,500 people still awaiting trial. Yeah, they're free walking around, but they got to go to court. Yeah. So, and not to mention everybody that's incarcerated, a lot of them have not been to trial yet. Let that sink in, right? Thank you, Patriot Act, right? Yeah, they can just confine you, right? They basically, everybody that, you know, all the 9/11 and all that stuff, what happened to them, and everybody's like, yeah, get him in there, put him in Gitmo, put him in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, right? Guantanamo Gay, Club Gay, but yeah, throw them in there and lock them away and throw away the key. Well, guess what? They're doing that with Americans, United States citizens of a constitutional republic, not a democracy. Let's get that straight here, folks. They want a democracy. They've been working very, very hard to turn this constitutional republic into a democracy. Yeah. Let's go. And what happens when they turn it into a democracy? Well, you're halfway there to Marxism, communism, socialism. So you might as well just go that way too. Yeah. Might as well just go four-tail bozo, right? Yeah. Exactly. Right. No. This is a constitutional republic, and it will stay that way. That's right. It will stay that way. So, yeah, a lot of shit going on. I mean, you know, meanwhile, it's the world is exploding and exploding, imploding and then exploding. You know, the UK is literally on the verge of, you know, no, they're not on the verge. They are collapsing. Absolutely collapsing. The only thing that hasn't happened yet is that they haven't overthrown the government yet. But in Bangladesh, there was a revolt going on. They did overthrow the government. Yep, threw them right out, chased them right out. It's funny. All the prime ministers and all the governmental officials were seen running with suitcases full of money. So basically, they stole everybody's money and hauled ass. So yeah, they hauled ass. They sought asylum in India. So you don't know what's going on in Bangladesh. That's what's going on. The people there have literally revolted, riot. It was a revolt, absolutely revolt, and it's bad. It's if you want to. It's see, you don't hear about all this. You don't hear it because it doesn't fit the narrative, right? A lot of shit's going down. A lot of shit. A lot of heinous things. Because what happens during a revolt? What happens? They go, oh, okay, great. The people are standing up and taking back their country. Yeah, they do that, but there's a lot of bad actors that just, they just, rake, pillage, plunder, and murder. Just for the sake of such. People are. Society is they say you're like 9 days away, you're 9 meals away from total anarchy. I'd say it's less than that. It's a lot less than that. I mean, really, it is. In UK, if you don't know what's going on there, the indigenous people of Europe, right? Scotland, Ireland, Germany, France. Indigenous people. What does that mean? Indigenous people, Frenchmen, Scotsmen, Irishmen, are literally at war with, what are they calling them? Asian counter protesters. Asian counter protesters, and they have names like the Muslim Defense League. They say things like Aloha Snack Bar. They're literally carrying weapons. When I say weapons, I don't mean like guns and ammo. I'm talking medieval. UK has went medieval. They have swords, they have spears, they have clubs, they have shields. They're starting to wear armor. The cops are literally incompetent by design. They have been brought that way because this is something that's been going on for quite some time. They've been brewing this for quite some time, and finally the witch's brew has boiled over, and here it is. So either that plays into the EO's plans, the elite occultist, or it's unmanageable by them. But we all know the old adage that never let a crisis go to waste. So I'm pretty sure they're going to do something, in their favor. So these far right protesters with what are they calling it? Protesting violence or whatever it is. There's a lot of spin going on, and yes, there is literally roving bands of idiots on both sides that are just attacking. Just boom, let's go. Craziness abound. No one. It's hard to stay safe. They're burning down. They're burning down police stations. They're burning down hotels. They're burning down migrant and immigration centers. Anytime that the construction crew shows up to rebuild, they intimidate the indigenous people, intimidate the workers to leave. The cops are absolutely overwhelmed. They're literally arresting anyone and everyone that is saying anything online that is far right, because they've been labeled as far right extremist. So all action is warranted against the far right extremist in the UK. Let that sink in. And then ask yourself, who are the far right extremists? Well, they are literally just the indigenous people. Literally. For years, UK has been just bringing them in from the Middle East, bringing them in from Haiti, mostly from Middle Eastern descent. So that's what's going on. That's what's going on right now in the UK. And yeah, it's going on here too. That's what they want for here. But it's not going to look like what UK's. It's not. It's not at all. So yeah, stand by for that one. Oh, and yeah, of course, there's wars and rumors of wars. So anyway, I've been on here way too long. It's freaking hot in here. It's 78 degrees outside, and my air conditioning doesn't work. That's what I got. Yeah, it's just blowing hot air at me. So I got to get home, go see Charity, see how she's doing, see if I still got power, see if I got power. I had some power. I wonder if I got full power. I don't know. We need full power, right? Give it her all she's got, Captain. Give it her no more. Anyway, so yeah, go Team Devil Dog. Go Team Devil Dog. He is fuck brain surgery. He is kicking ass, taking names, and trying to heal up. It's going to take him a long time to heal. Long time indeed. A lot of complications involved with somebody taking your side of your head off and rummaging around there and taking things out, whatever. You literally have to grow you have to redo, you have to rewire. Your mind has to rewire everything. And it's dealing with his optic nerves and all that stuff. So shout out to Devil Dog Prepper. Go check out his channel. Sub up to his channel. Comment on every watch all his content. share everything, and yeah, let's get him up to 500 and plus, right? I didn't check. I think he's at 410, 413. I'm not sure. Get him there. Get him to 500 so he can start doing live streams. And he said that he'll start doing giveaways and stuff. So yeah, check out Devil Dog Prepper. Go Team Linda. Go Team Linda. Fuck cancer. She is kicking ass, taking names, getting stronger by the day. All right, motherfucker. Fuck cancer. She is kicking ass, and she's okay. She's in Cleveland. She's doing well. The storm didn't mess with her too much. She missed out. So and who else? Go Team Joe. Go Team Joe. He has just passed the crescendo mark of 30 days sober. So right on, brother. Right on. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. And know you are loved. You are absolutely loved. Right? So appreciate you, brother. That's it. This has been Mad Shad. Every day, never forget. Bonus! More knife hands! Ha 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 ha.